started, a right-wing American think tank published an article called A Rajapaksa Plan for the Complete Destruction of Hamas. And it went on to argue that Israel should employ precisely the tactics that the Rajapaksas had employed. And these tactics, as we know, involved basically herding hundreds and thousands of innocent civilians into so-called no-fire zones and then slaughtering them and bombing them. But importantly, then went on to say that Israel should then do what the Rajapaksas did and have nothing to do with any kind of international inquiry or process of accountability. Does it worry you that your failure to ensure that there was exactly such a process has actually encouraged, led to, legitimized and justified the kind of ignoring of international humanitarian law that we are seeing with such tragic consequences today in Gaza?
I haven't read that article, so I really don't know what exactly is there. I couldn't comment on it.
But the idea that some people on the pro-Israel side see the Rajapaksa model of war crimes, of attacking hospitals, as something to emulate.
No, there was no attacks on hospitals except what happened. Can you let me finish? The attacks on hospital was in Mulliwaikal was the main where the hospitals came. Other ones were inquired into. There had been occasions where the Air Force had bombed and action was taken against some of them. But a large scale this thing, I wouldn't say that. I have been one of them who have been insisting that all hospitals should not be touched, and we went through that. What happened during the last stages of the war? Yes, there were problems there. I admit that. I won't say no to that.
UN experts found that throughout the final stages of the war, virtually every hospital in the Vani area, whether permanent or makeshift, was hit by artillery.
No. There was Air Force bombing. There had been artillery shells that had fallen at that time, but in each instance, we've been able to intervene. As opposition,
Government forces blocked the delivery of humanitarian aid. Sounds very Israeli.
Where?
In Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
According to a UN panel established by Ban Ki-moon, Sri Lankan government forces blocked the delivery of aid to victims of the war. Sounds very Gaza-like.
Those are incidents that should have been this thing. I admit that took place. You would ask me about Air Force bombing. That's all that I
want to go
say.
back to the audience. That gentleman's waiting, but nudge briefly.
A quick observation.
Please.
You got the wrong guy here asking, being asked questions. You should have Rajapaksa here, because he was destroyed by Rajapaksa. He stood against Rajapaksa.
I saw him singing at his birthday party.
Well, that doesn't matter.
But we've got to go back to the audience. This gentleman has a question.
I'm from the British House.